Shipping comic books like this should be a crime. And we're going to dig into why. Welcome to Modern Comic Mondaze. Okay, buckle up, buckaroos. This one's a hot topic for me, and this is one that I get a little bit feisty and a little bit antsy about because of the simple fact that this should be a crime. Shipping comic books in this fashion should be a crime. Now, we're going to say hi to everybody real quick. We're going to finish opening this up. You guys are going to see what everything looks like in here. And then we're going to go over the details, because there's a lot to chew on here at this. But with everybody tailgating, thank you so much. Sorry for the late start. We got some technical difficulties. It's time to get rid of this workhorse PC and build a new streaming rig here soon. Summer 2022. It's got to happen. But we had so many people here hanging out. Come on, Mama, saying hello. Welcome to Modern Comic Monday. Big Herm Collectibles. We haven't done this in a while because he's been busy. Welcome to the great Herminio Reyes Jr.'s in the house. What's up, good buddy? Big Herm, good to see you. X11 Bravo, what is up, brother? Good to see you as well. They know all about shipping and shipping nightmares, right? They've got plenty to say on this topic. But boy, oh boy, JP Budgets Collects thought John was going to be on tonight because we were running so late. This is the truth. Yeah, came down here and found everything locked up, everything frozen, and couldn't figure out why they was doing that. So he just had to do a hard reboot and get her back all online. Yes, absolutely. Who else is here tonight? I hear Alienware makes an awesome PC. It's just time to build one. I personally build my own PCs. It's just I've been putting it off because new parts are coming out, and now there's like 5th gen. It's a whole new thing. I can do a whole show just on that. But yeah, no, Compact Rosario, that might actually run a little bit better than this. Look, Andy decided to join. Hey, Andy in chat. JP with the... Yes, exactly. But let's get into this. All right. So I pre-ordered several comic books. There are only 3 in here. I opened it up, and to my dismay, the comic books, there's nothing in here. This is it. This is exactly how they were shipped. I ordered 3 copies of the second print of Darth Vader 20. 3 copies, right? That was what they allowed on the pre-order, was 3 copies. And for cover price, what did we pay for those? $9.57 for 3 copies. $9.57 for 3 copies. That's what it was at cover price. Hey, buddy, have a good night. Good night, Bubba. Yeah. I love you too. Holy moly. See you tomorrow. 3 copies, $9.57, or what did I say? Yes, $9.57 for 3 copies. Not a big deal, right? Cover price, essentially. I like the idea of kind of chasing some of these to get graded in 9/8. And House of L Comics, what is up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. So like we said, we pre-ordered them before they came out, utilizing, previews, seeing what was going to be coming out. There is nothing else left in here. This is it. There's no other protection. There's no other backers. There's no other boards. There's no other bags. There's nothing else. That was it, just the mailer. And as you can see, the mailer is just the mailer. That's it. So an 80-cent, maybe 90-cent mailer, it was what they shipped them in. What's up, bud? Good night. I love you too. It's bedtime. It's bedtime. But this is it. So this is effectively like an 80-cent mailer. I'm guesstimating. I got to look up and find out where it's at. But there's nothing protecting the comic books. That's it. That's all they shipped them. Here's the kicker. Here's why this is so frustrating. I get it. We've all run into crappy mailers. We've all run into stuff like that. You know what they charge to ship those 3 books in that package? I'll show you. This is why I was a little bit late because I prepped this. $18.02. $18.02 to ship 3 comic books via UPS ground in an 80-cent mailer. Chew on that for a minute. $18.02. Granted, I chose for the package to be insured because I've done this before. I've ordered from things from another world and I don't like their packaging or their shipping technically. You know what? You can pre-order, you can only pre-order where you can pre-order where things are available, right? I don't pre-order from things from another world often, once in a blue moon, and it's because of situations like this, where I turn around, I have a crappy shipping experience or a crappy packaging experience, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to do this again. And then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 months later, I'm like, you know what, let me give this a try and let me see what's up. God, where did that thing go? I got to keep that handy. And let me see what's up. So, you know what? 3 books, cover price, not a big deal, not a large investment, $9, $10. And you know, the funny thing is you don't get to see what they're going to charge you for shipping. This is why I think this is something I want to dig deeper into. And this seems predatory. And we'll dig into this. So, guys, sit tight. Let me grab this real quick because this isn't cool. This is not cool. I'm spicy, and I know a lot of other people are spicy. 80-cent mailer with no protection, maybe $1. Not a large investment. Here's what I wanted to get into as well, really quick. I got my scale, so we're gonna weigh this out real quick. 3 comic books with no other protection in this mailer. What do you guys think that weighs out at? We're gonna check this. What do you guys think that weighs out at? That weighs out. That package weighs out at. Oh, is this even going to work? The package, I'm tilting it so it's not going to work. It weighs out at 12 ounces. Sitting on the tabletop correctly, because lifting it up does things wrong, does weird things to it. It weighs 12 ounces. 12 ounces, 3 comic books, 1 cheap mailer. And $18.02 to ship UPS ground. This is not acceptable. Not acceptable. And like I said, I chose to insure the package. So granted, Andy, there's going to be an additional cost to insure a package, right? There's going to be additional cost. USPS priority, $50 insurance included. Okay, so UPS ground shouldn't be that much to insure a package, right? Well, you know what? We're going to dig even deeper, right? I'm going to go to my private pirate ship account. Thank you, Uncle Skeff, for turning me on to pirate ship. And we are going to dig right into this. I kid you not. We're not 12-ounce package. We're going to do all the measurements. Now, granted, we're going to look at what it costs to ship this to CGC. That's what we're going to do. We are going to look to see what that costs to ship. Duplicate shipment. All right, duplicate shipment. I can't really share the full screen to you guys, but we're going to get into this. So 0 pounds, 12 ounces, and we'll hit up the chat here in a little bit. I know you guys are talking, and this is extremely frustrating. Could have had $9 USPS House of L Comics. Yeah, so 12 ounces and 0 pounds, 12 ounces length. Giggity. There we go. All right, so we've got 12 inches. We don't have 12 inches. The package is 12 inches. All right, 12 inches in length. Width. We've got 9.5, just over 9.5. Let's call it 10 inches of width. Height, well, there really isn't any height, right? So you just call it 1 inch. I mean, just generalize it because they do this by categories, right? When they pack and ship stuff, it's done by weight categories and size categories. All right, so insurance. 3 books, $10. Let's say $50 insurance. All right, there's $50 worth of insurance on there. We're going to send this from my personal address to CGC. Here we go. There's the link. There's insurance. Nothing else crazy. Signature confirmation? Nah. We're going to get rates because Pirate Ship allows UPS rates. You can get UPS rates and USPS rates on Pirate Ship right now. And let's see. All right. Before. Oh, yeah, there's personal information. There's personal information. All right, first class. Now there it is. All right, USPS ground, $8.08. $8.08. $50 of insurance. correct 12-ounce weight, correct package size, $8.08. So why did I get charged an additional $10? An additional $10. This is a predatory practice. You guys know, if you guys have seen some of the stuff that goes on in the YouTube community as far as computer parts and streamers and giveaways and some of this stuff and some of the practices that happen and the people getting called out and all this other stuff happening. Why isn't Thanks for Another World getting called out for this? Is a predatory practice. Why am I paying an additional $10? They shouldn't even be charging that much. 808. 808 is what I would pay. They ship in bulk. They send out tons of packages. They're gonna get a break, right? They're gonna get a break. 80-cent mailer, 3 comic books, no extra packaging, no extra material, nothing. Why am I paying $18.02 to ship the books? Why? When I right here can send it from my place in Michigan, this exact same package with 3 comics, 12 ounces, no other, $8.08 insured for $50 down to CGC all the way to Florida. I don't even know where the shipping label went. I ripped it off. I was so angry because I wanted to prep this to share for Monday night. Why am I paying an additional $10? That's a straight rip off. Before I start getting to cussing and getting to swearing and getting to being really frustrated, why am I paying an additional $10 for nothing? That seems predatory, does it not? You guys in the chat, does that feel predatory to you? When I could go in and ship a package halfway across the country, exact same size, exact same weight, with $50 insurance through UPS Ground, through my own little third-party shipping thing for $8, why am I getting charged $18? That's horseshit. Utter horseshit. That's why I'm upset tonight. And you guys should be too. I know a lot of you are. But this is why we're doing content like this, so that other new people coming into the comic book community and comic collecting know that when they order, just be cautious, extremely cautious about what you order and what you select. They have options on there. They give you options. They want you to feel comfortable by giving you options. Their options are the cheapest. The first option on there just says cheapest. Meaning, I don't care what you charge me. Just send me the books. I don't care about the packaging. That's their first option. We're going to dig into that. I am actually going to go over this with you guys right now. I am on a rant. This is frustrating. And it's severely irritating. Things from another world. Let's see if I can actually get into the shipping side of things without sharing too much information. Because my subscription, my orders, my pre-order options, shipping method. Let's see if I can. There you go. Okay. So this, I should be able to share this screen, no problem. So here we go, sharing screen. If I can remember how to do that. I'm so irritated right now. So highly irritated right now. All right, here you go. Pre-order shipping frequency, 1 week. That's okay. I realize that if I do things every week, I'm gonna be paying a little bit more for shipping, right? But you go over here to shipping method. Literally, the first option just says cheapest. What does that tell you as a comic book reader and collector? It means we're just gonna throw your stuff across the country and hope it lands on your doorstep. You know what the next option is? Cheapest FedEx UPS. Insured by UPS. Insured by UPS is what I selected. Insured by UPS. So what does that tell me? That tells me that I'm going to get UPS with some insurance, right? So my thought process is simply this. My thought process is simply that we're going to be getting the package sent via UPS with insurance. Like, nothing crazy. It's not going to go UPS next day. It's not going to go UPS overnight. It's not going to do anything crazy besides they're going to choose a cheaper shipping method via UPS and then throw some insurance on it. Exactly what they did. UPS Ground with insurance. And we've shown you. We just went over this. Shipping and insurance, $8. Then 2-day and then fastest. But when you literally have the first option of your shipping method as being cheapest, and then somebody wants to land in the middle a little bit there and actually get a little bit more bang for their buck, right? Because I don't trust their shipping methods. Packaging methods, I should say. I don't trust their packaging methods. Now, I don't trust their shipping methods at all, one bit. This is predatory, in my opinion. This feels predatory. How does everybody else feel about this? Because if you literally, like we just looked, pirate ship, same package, same weight, from Michigan to Florida and CGC headquarters, $8.08. Hide payment details. There we go. Wait, no. If I can hide. Let's see if I can do this. I want to show you this screen so that you guys know what I'm talking about without showing my card details. So, okay, no deets are available on here. If I'm doing this correctly. All right. Okay, let me see if I got this right. All right. I think I got this. Give me one more second. There you go. We're going to do the old calculator trick here. And the old calculator trick means we're just covering up personal information on the screen. So let me share this screen now real quick, because this is, I'm not kidding when I tell you guys that this is, you guys know me. Share screen, $8.08. Now, mind you, I'm not going to show you my shipping address, but I'm telling you right now, that's from Michigan to Florida for the exact same package at the exact same weight with $50 of insurance. I'm not looking for $200 worth of insurance. I'm not looking to insure the books for secondary or third market value like 6 months to a year from now. I'm insuring the books for what I paid for them, $10. And so I'm even being generous when I say $50 of insurance. I just choose $50 insurance because that's comparable to USPS. So why am I paying 18 forsaken dollars to ship that package, and they don't even give you an opportunity to see what the shipping rates are going to be when you fill out a pre-order? That's monkey crap. Yeah, I said monkey crap. And I'm going to try to keep skirting a lot of more spicy language, because literally 3 comic books. It doesn't matter what 3 they are. It doesn't matter if they're being pre-ordered. It doesn't matter if they're sitting on their shelf collecting dust. 3 comic books. They're all going to fall into the exact same weight and size category if you use uniformity in your shipping department with packing and shipping. So therefore, you should be able to generate a shipping quote at pre-order. Or how many of you guys, raise your hands if you've gone online and purchased an item and got the exact shipping fees before you placed your order? All of us, each and every one of us, every day on Amazon, every day on every other website. This is a predatory practice by things from another world. If they can't be bothered to provide exact shipping fees when you when you pre-order something or you pay for something, they can't be bothered to do that. This is a predatory practice. They con me for an extra $10. They're doing this to everybody that pre-orders them. There are so many people out there in the comic book community and comic book collecting world that shop with things from another world because they don't have an LCS near them and they feel like they can trust things from another world. They build a relationship over time. Hey, my books are, I'm not the 9/8 collector. I don't mind if my books get a little bit dinged up. I don't mind that at all, really. Yada, yada, yada. And I like things from another world because they make it convenient and easy. So what are they doing? Every time somebody gets a package shipped from them, they could be getting conned for an extra $10, $15, $20. This needs to be looked into. Am I the only one? Am I the only one that feels like we should be talking more about? I know I'm not the only one. That's a dumb question. I know there are plenty of other people out there that feel like this. See if crap. Oh well, there's not enough details on that. There's not enough card details on there to be really concerned at all. Let's get into this chat really quick before we dive into this again. Thank you, 24 people hanging out here watching. This is hard. This is something that you want to be 100% real and transparent on, but also, you don't want to dox yourself, right? You don't want to give out your card information. You don't want to give out your personal information to a degree that we're all a very trusting community, right? Well, this is open for the entire world to see, and not everybody's trustworthy out there, as we can see here by getting scammed $10 extra. So let me hit up this chat before we dive into this again. This is, yeah, here we go. So we're back to the beginning there. That's why I stopped buying from them. Granted, I stopped buying from them in the past as well because I had issues. But every once in a while, sometimes it's like it might be worth a gamble to pre-order a book when you can't pre-order it anywhere else. Or you kind of know, it's like you're thinking in your head at cover price 3 copies. You're thinking this is a $10 gamble, right? Wrong. It's not a $10 gamble anymore. It was a $30 gamble. $28.34. It was a $30 gamble. Well, I wouldn't have hit pre-order if I knew I was going to get charged $10 per book. That's secondary price from eBay. I wouldn't have pre-ordered them if I was going to get charged that. Public lashings for such packaging should be authorized. Yes. For anybody just joining now, this is the package those 3 books were sent in. Nothing else on the inside. This was it. Those 3 books, that was it. Granted, there's no massive damages that I could find in the moment, but I'm not worried about the damages to the book. What I'm right now is we're working to identify what looks to be a predatory practice of additional shipping charges with no real reason. No real reason why. There was no rush, no priority, no push it through the shop real quick. Here's extra first class A, AA, AAA service because you're a valued customer and you're willing to pay that extra dollar and go the extra mile. No extra services were given based on that. So with the solicitation out for the Mandalorian series in June, over under, is Andy ordering 5 copies? No, I'm sticking just to, I did say give them all to me, but 1 copy either. $18, yes, $18 just for the shipping costs. And we're gonna go, for the people that are just showing up now, we're gonna go over this again real quick once we get caught up in the chat. Oh, hell no is right. Yeah, not ordering them from them with that shipping. Here's the kicker: you don't know you're gonna get charged that shipping. I didn't know I was gonna get charged that shipping. I picked UPS with insurance, thinking we're talking kind of USPS priority rates. $8, $9, $10, maybe $12. No, 18. 18. Yep, we never order from them. So wrong. Insert MJ eating popcorn. Yes, please. Thank you, Rodian, for being here. Less than a pound. 12 ounces. 12 ounces. So it wasn't even priority. I'm actually, yes, less than a pound. So we should be comparing it to first class shipping rates of the USPS. Anything under a pound is first class mail. Anything a pound or over is priority. So we're actually comparing apples to oranges here even. We're giving them even more credit than they should be getting. Should be getting less credit considering that. 12 ounces, yes. I could have had $9 USPS. Yeah, $8 is what we were just looking at. UPS ground on pirate ship, I think, right when you showed up, House of L, man. Comic book people, what's up, Luke? Thanks for being here. We're cutting through the chat really quick. We're going to This is... English escapes me when I'm frustrated. But speaking of cheap, wait till you see some of the Marvel covers this week. Didn't think the paper could get any cheaper. Yeah, Marvel paper is getting really bad. Second Street Marvel Tree, what's up, man? Good to see you, bro. Dynamite Entertainment sent their last Kickstarter in one of those envelopes. A book they charged $25 for. Then they wouldn't answer or respond to messages through their Kickstarter. That's unfortunate. Hopefully your book arrived safe and sound and it wasn't damaged. But this is... What else can we do as comic book collectors in the comic book community besides highlight situations like this? And when I started creating this idea of let's talk about this, I was calm. I was cool. I was collected. This is going to be something that's going to be beneficial for the community. What did I find when I dug even deeper, when I started looking and comparing numbers? An additional $10 on the shipping charges comparatively to everybody else that shouldn't be there. That's predatory. That's not right. That is wrong. And give me one more. We're not messing around with packages tonight, Giggity. We're messing around with the package tonight, all right. It was 12 inches long. It was 12 inches long. If we see that guy that packages those, we will kick him in the shin. Like literally, it's not okay. So granted, you can't fault the person actually handling the comic books. Just think about this for a second. You cannot fault the person actually handling the comic books. It's probably an entry-level gig. They're probably new within a company. They're probably learning, being taught, or getting experience. More importantly, if it's somebody that's with experience, they're probably being held to a company standard. And if you have a company with poor company standards, you're going to get a poor outcome. And I feel like that's where we're at. This company has poor standards, and company has poor standards, and they hold their employees to that poor standards. They're going to get poor performance. Because they were so big, they don't care. I don't feel like they're that big of a company that they wouldn't go under in time for predatory practices. I mean, sure, I don't have 1 million followers. People aren't going to follow me and support me because of a shitty experience that I had. That's fine. What I want to do is I want to educate the people coming into the community that don't know, that aren't aware. The bulk of the people in the chat here tonight understand and realize the gamble that they make, or the gamble that's being played, or the play that's being played when they go to things from another world. They get it, right? We get it. We understand it. But there's a level of risk that we're willing to take to some degree. Talking about the second print Darth Vader number 20, the Sprouse variant, print runs should be pretty high, right? I'm willing to take a little bit of a gamble. You know? If they show up in perfect shape, let's get them graded. If they show up in a little bit less than perfect shape, they're good giveaways for anybody that wasn't able to find the book, that doesn't want to pay secondary for them, right? That's kind of the gig. Hell, that's a $5 package that they send at Media Mail. Yes. In first class, it's probably $5.50 first class. Media Mail is probably $3.25, $4.25. You think? Yeah, exactly. Probably more like $4. That mailer is about 15 cents if you buy in bulk. Yeah. If you went to one website, it's probably in the neighborhood of 60 to 80 cents, something like that. If you bought a couple of them, we could dig deeper into that, but we're not going to really dig deeper into that just yet. We're going to keep going to the chat here. Didn't know I was getting an Andy rant tonight. This is where I'm at. Hello, sorry I got stuck watching TikTok. I'm addicted to watching TikTok too, man. What had happened, Vincent? We're going to get back into this in just a second. We're getting caught up. Many places certainly make money on shipping costs. That's cool. I am fine with companies making money on shipping costs. Tack that on there. Be like, priority, get bumped to the front of the line, $10. All right. I know what I'm getting paid. I know what I'm paying for. I'm getting a service for that, right? It's predatory when you can't see the shipping costs before you go to an agreement. And then they tack on that extra money at the end. That's predatory. How much are they tacking on the guy that's getting 30 or 40 books that has bulk weight, that has a really big package? Giggity. Now I want to buy more for them just so I can scrutinize this even more. Hi to everyone here. Kenneth Bird, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Frankie's does free shipping if you join. Yes. See? Talking about building a customer base and building a business and building a brand. Frankie's, case in point right there. Vincent, yes, a rant. We are on a rant. Everybody in the chat here that's had a negative experience with things from another world, share it. Let's talk about it tonight. JP's, I wasn't even going to say who this package was from until we got really into it and we really started to look at the fact I didn't discover that extra $10 tacked on till about 15 minutes before I started. Literally just before I started going live is when I realized, oh, wait a second. Because at the top of that little receipt, it says USPS ground. It doesn't say USPS next day. It doesn't say USPS overnight. Or it doesn't even say priority anything. It just says ground. Rant away, brother. Us vets know you're using kids' gloves right now. You got that right. What's funny is I've had books shipped to me in plain envelopes and I've been lucky they weren't damaged. Yes, that's I think one of the last shipments I had received from them a year ago or more was like in a plain white envelope. And I was like, that's not cool. That's not cool at all, actually. And things from another world, you have to buy the bag. Yeah, I get that. They were upfront when they're on their website. It says that you've got to pay for the bag and board. You can select that option. You realize that when you select that option, it does come with a fee to that. You know what I mean? And I get it. Same thing at my LCS. If I want my books bagged and board when I buy them that day, I got to pay a fee. I get that. Unless they bag them and board them and put them on the shelf because it's either a hot book for that week or it's a cover they're trying to protect. Unless they do that, you're paying for that bag and board at my LCS. I'm okay with that. And I would just rather just buy them in bulk from them and just do it at home anyways. But they put it on there on the website. You know that you're going to pay that extra fee. And they just raised the price for boards during a plastic shortage. Yeah. I mean, plastic and paper are both running short. I can't even get backer boards from E. Gerber right now. They're telling me like May or something like that. Forsaken, nice catch. Yeah. Zuni with a little fist bump action for Monday. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Zuni, for being here. Vincent McLean, the comic machine again. You'd think you'd be calmer after getting that new office chair. Yeah, we have not been sitting very ergonomically over the last number of years. And as you get a little bit older, you start to have back problems, hence an actual ergonomic chair. We're sitting like we're supposed to be now. And I think it's working. Logic Neo, what is up? Thanks for being here. We're going to get back into this once we get caught up on the chat. This is why I don't buy books online. The KS and IGG companies typically value their product and ship them in Gemini mailers. Yeah, that's kind of like the bar, right? Gemini mailer. We know that there's inherent risk with Gemini mailers too, but that's kind of the bar that's set that we use. And it's because the risk isn't with the Gemini mailers. The risk is with the carriers, right? So that's kind of that. The risk isn't with the Gemini mailers. The risk is with the handlers, the package handlers, if you will. But yeah, you don't make money on the shipping. You make money on the books. Yeah, I would have rather paid a higher cost for the books on the website than got tacked for a mystery $10 shipping charge. Paul Dunn Show, what is up, brother? Thanks for being here, Paul. Good to see you. I know you're here coming in on the tail end, but we're not done yet. We're gonna go over this again. We're late. We're going over it again, guys. We're going over again. Yo, Hot Zone, you're never late. You arrive exactly when you mean to be here, exactly when you want to be here. The universe guides you to where you need to be when you need to be there, which is perfect because we are going to go over this again for anybody showing up late. Everybody's saying hi. AOA, what is up? Secret shipping price is madness. We're going to go over this again. Is it to pay for the labor of putting the packaging together? Digger Jim, that's actually a really good question. Is it for the labor? I think, aren't companies required to put a line in there for labor if they're charging you for labor on a lot of services and stuff like that? Now, granted, they don't do that in the food industry, but I ask you this in retort, if you hadn't seen the packaging before, how much labor is involved with throwing 3 comic books in that and taping it shut? That's it. There's no additional. It was literally open this up, drop 3 comic books in here, fold the top, shipping label on, and then yeet it out of the way. That was it. I mean, we're talking 2 minutes. 2 minutes worth of labor. $10 in 2 minutes. That's a pretty high labor charge. $10 in a minute. That's a pretty high labor charge. That's well above minimum wage. I digress. But moving along, that's actually not a bad question, Digger Jim. And if that's what they're attempting to do, then that's something they need to be transparent on, in my opinion. I'm sure other people will feel the same. Mom, thank you for the $9.99 super sticker. For those of you guys that don't know, all channel monetization, all super chats, and all super stickers will be donated to Mission 22. For the year of 2022, the mission is Mission 22, and we will be donating all revenue from this channel to Mission 22 in support of veterans' health awareness. So that's what we're going to be working on. Thank you for the super chat, Mom. Comic Book Therapy, Andy, my man, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Just slap a do not bend sticker. That'll do the trick. That'll do the trick, right? Oh my gosh, that's crap. Yeah, we're getting back into this here just a second. Well, at least they were only Marvel books. They should have paid you to take. Oh God. I should have paid you to Bake the Snake, brother. What is up? Thanks for showing up. We're going over this again before we end the show because the deets are coming. The deets are coming. That's why I do monthly. I get it, but sometimes monthly is just not a thing. Like it does. Even if it was monthly, check your next Things from Another World receipt and see how much you're paying and compare it to. You've got their address. You've got your address. Find out what it takes and what that package weighs in the dimensions and pump it into the third party. Because any third party app that you're able to use that for shipping, you know they're paying less than that when they're shipping in bulk. And when you find a discrepancy of $10 additional over what you would pay, there's something wrong with that. Thanks for sharing that. That's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, we're going to get back into this really quick. I also stopped ordering for them mostly. Yeah. I pre-order. I'm not going to lie. I take a look at every website when it comes to pre-orders because oftentimes my shop isn't like they can pre-order as much as they get, but shops get allocated. Let's be honest. Shops get allocated and a lot of the online stuff doesn't always get allocated. We're not going to go back and forth about who gets what allocated when, but you're hedging your bets, right? If you're collecting a book and you don't want to miss out on a book, you're hedging your bets, right? Bought the same day the first print came out from Midtown. They charged me $8 per book and only $10 shipping, so paid the same as you. So you got 3, but they're up front. They charge you $8 per book. It was priced at $8 per book, and then you paid $10 in shipping. Actually, you paid more. So 8 and 8 is 16, plus another 8. Well, that's 24. Plus another 10, that's 34. So you paid about $5. You were a little $5, $6 more than that. But the fees were there. You understood what you were getting into. This is the scary part that we're going to go into. You can't see how much you're getting charged for shipping on Things from Another World. You can't see the numeric value. Did you guys hear about the shipment of spices that fell into the ocean? A huge waste of time. Oh my God, there you go. It's media mail. Rates are cheaper, yes. My time before Time KS was sent from Europe in a bubble mailer. It was crushed. Yeah, that's the scary thing about getting shipments from overseas, is unless they bulletproof package those things, oftentimes they get damaged. Comic Foo, what is up, brother? Thanks for being here. If you guys don't know Comic Foo, I need to do better about this for everybody here. Comic Foo is a YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to him. Second Street Marvel has a YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to them. So does Luke's Comics. So does the Paul Dunn Show. Everybody subscribe to other people's content here and support everybody. We're going to do that more at the end of the show before I get too far to that. Comics and Death Metal. What is up, brother? Thanks for being here. Yes. Sup, foo. Turds from Another Warehouse. Thank you. Exactly. Turds from Another Warehouse. That's what that's what I should name this show. Only takes 3 weeks to ship after they charge. Maybe. Yeah, I can't even keep track of when they actually charge me for stuff and when it shows up because I have so many packages coming to the house. Giggity. But for everybody just showing up, we're getting back into the deets here in a second. Never seen Andy this fired up, but they deserve to be put on blast for this. I hemmed and hawed, and like I didn't want to put logos on anything, and I don't want my content on YouTube to sound like I'm being predatory in any way. And I don't want my content to come across as bashing or hateful, and we're being real here. We're not being bashful. We're not being hate. This is a slippery trend, right? There's slippery whatever. I get it. There's an inherent risk with ordering from a website like Things from Another World. I understand it. I knew it going into it. But how many other new people coming into the community are getting literally ripped for $10 to $20 per time that they order books for no reason at all? So we're getting into this. Frankie's always has such dope covers too. Frankie's is awesome. I have never heard of this place. I think I will just avoid it altogether. Come on, mama. Yes, you should. Miss So, breathe, dude, breathe. I can't. I will after we're done with the show. You guys, I know you guys are as fired up as I am, and we're here to talk about it. Steve Messenger. Steve, what's up, brother? Packing materials all over the place from availability to price. I can't ship anything less than $10, but you know it's packaging with packing boards. Okay, so then as a business owner, Things from Another World needs to adjust their shipping rates, fees, charges. Just slap something on there that says additional shipping charge due to packaging availability. We'll understand. We get it. The whole world's going through this. We understand. It's not going to dissuade people from supporting you if you're transparent. I've never heard of Things from Another World. I guess it's a good thing. Yeah, there you go. They were on a roll of actually shipping nice books to me for a while, and then color breaks galore. They were on a I heard some people in the community over the last, maybe it was part of end of 2019. No, it was end of 2020, beginning of 2021. Things kind of settled down. I heard some good things about them. But then you're getting bent books again. And it's I know, I feel their pain. There's a struggle with labor, finding people to fill positions that they need filled. That's a reality for anybody out there that owns and runs a company right now. That's a reality. It doesn't mean you should it doesn't mean you should let your quality slip. It doesn't mean you should let your practices slip. It doesn't mean you should be less honorable and less transparent and have less customer care. You pay for labor by selling the product. Thank you. There it is right there. Mission 22 and the Til Valhalla Project love. Absolutely, AOA. Thank you very much. Like I said, we're going to do a show where we actually show you guys as much as we possibly can where those funds are going. I don't know if we can do it monthly or quarterly or what, but we got to look into it. This is the first full year that the channel's been monetized, so there's lots of new experiences coming with that, so we'll make that happen in the future. That Do Not Bend sticker is a real option through them. Yeah, I know. It's sad. Bad shipping is the absolute worst. Two Brothers Comics. So this is an opportunity. I've caught up with the chat quite a bit, and we will get back into the chat here. So we're going to dig into this without keeping anybody waiting that's just showing up now. So I ordered 3 comic books. 3 comic books from Things from Another World. I pre-ordered them. That's the important thing. I pre-ordered them. I received them just the other day. They came in this mailer with no additional support. No extra bags or boards, no additional support or anything. As you can see, there's really not much to this package. It's pretty stout package, giggity. But at the end of the day, this is a really inexpensive mailer to put them in. We ordered 3 copies, pre-ordered, mind you, I should say again. We pre-ordered 3 copies of Darth Vader 3. A book that when I pre-ordered it through my LCS, they said, okay, we might be able to get you a couple of copies. Oh, well, I'm going to hedge my bets then. I'm going to hedge my bets. And I'm going to pre-order from some other places. I don't even know if these are damaged yet. I'm too frustrated to even look. But when cover price, here we go. This is where things get nasty. $9.57 for 3 copies. 75 cents bags and board. I don't know if it's 75 cents for 3 or if it's 75 cents a piece. Either way, I don't care. It's not the point. The point is, look down there. Product cost on the lower left. $10.32 in total products. Shipping cost, $18.02. $18.02 for a 12-ounce envelope, UPS ground. If you look right up there, UPS ground. This is the frustrating thing. This is predatory, because when you go to Things from Another World's website, when you go to their actual website and check out the pre-order, yeah, here, we're just going to go right on here. When you go to pre-order a book, we'll share the screen here, when you go on here and pre-order a book, these are your pre-order options. Option 1, cheapest. What? Cheapest. Okay. Ooh, gross. That doesn't sound great. Next up, cheapest FedEx UPS. Oh, okay. Well, I like options, but it still says cheapest. And then in the middle, insured by UPS. Now, granted, I don't trust their packaging procedures. I don't like how they package the books. So I picked insured, so that if I ever had to make a claim with them, it's insured. It's insured. So now here's where things get really even more irritating. Let's get this figured out here, and let's get this up and that up. Okay, this is where things get really ugly for me. I'm going to share this screen, and right here, this is the exact same package loaded into pirate ship, 12 ounces in weight, the same length, the same width, and I even measured it as an inch thick. I gave it some leeway, and I added $50 of insurance on shipping. And then when you select the services, I selected UPS ground, $8.08. And that's for me to ship it from Michigan to Florida, $8.08. I don't have a big board company or a big store company or a big website. I'm not shipping in large quantities like them, and I'm only paying $8.08. You can't tell me that they're paying the same amount. There's got to be a group bulk discount for them to be paying shipping. They got to be under $8 to ship that one package. So there's potentially $10 to $12 that's not accounted for that I'm being charged for. Andy, what do you mean? $18.02 shipping cost. And there's no description. I get it. Like, I mean, I don't expect there to be a line-by-line description of the shipping costs on the receipt, but what I do expect is a fair shipping rate to be posted on their website. And I knew this was kind of a bit of a gamble when I went back there, because I don't pre-order super often, and I always forget how that process goes. But when your selections are cheapest with UPS or FedEx, then UPS insured, it's like, ooh, where are their priorities if they're just offering cheap? I get it, cheap books, right? We all want good quality books to read, and we want them in good condition. Hence why I bump up and I pay. I'm willing to pay a little bit extra. Let's get some priority going on. Let's go with a couple extra dollars for some additional cardboard support or something like that. $18. I'm getting a little worn out being so frustrated at this. $18 for just that. And God knows it was UPS ground, no priority, no. So I don't even know. I didn't even bother to look when they said it was shipped versus when I got it and how many weeks that was. But when did Darth Vader 20 come out? It wasn't last week, maybe the week before. So we're talking a week and a half to 2 weeks for that package to even come in. So let me get rid of that information off to the side here for a little bit. Now let's talk about why that's incredibly frustrating. One, it feels predatory when they can't be bothered to. Everybody here in the chat tonight, if you've ordered from a website and it shows you exactly how much you're going to pay for shipping, raise your hand. Each and every one of us should be raising our hands right now, unless you're an Amish individual on Rumspringer right now, and this is the first time you've ever watched YouTube. We should all be raising our hands right now. In all seriousness. Why did I use that? I don't know. But seriously, you pretty much go anywhere in every website. There's got to be some laws and regulations out there that tell you, or that are governing these things, so that the consumer can see what they're paying for in shipping. Now, I get it. When you're going to pre-order an item that isn't around, that, you know, it's not there. They can't package it and get it ready. There's uniformity in comic books. It doesn't have to be that 3 comic books that they can base a shipping profile off of and give you an estimated shipping cost ahead of time. They've got 3 other comic books just like that somewhere else with the exact same weight, exact same size and dimension, exact same bags and boards, exact same weight, exact same everything. And then when they package up and they use uniformity in their packing and shipping processes, it's going to be the same package, whether those 3 comics or 3 different ones. They can give you a shipping quote. They can give you a shipping quote. But why are they choosing to not give you a shipping quote? And why am I tacked on for an additional $10? How many other people out there in the community are paying those additional fees? How much extra money are they raking in that nobody's looking into or nobody's noticed? We've got to look into that at some degree. There's got to be an avenue. And I'm sure there are other people out there. If you are watching this live now on the replay, excuse me, Andy, if you guys are watching this live right now, or you're watching this on the replay, message me. Dig into it, look at it, and see what you find, and message me and let me know. I'm curious. Let's talk about this in the community. Leave a comment down below. Hit subscribe if you've never been here before. And come join this comic collecting adventure and journey as we look into this stuff. And the reason why we're digging so hard and the reason why we're so amped up and we're so fired up and frustrated is because how many times has this happened? Rhetorical question. How many new people coming into the comic book community are losing tons of money and they don't even know it? How much extra money are they getting charged for these books and they don't know it? And how many people are seeing this and being dissuaded from collecting and reading comic books? Seems like an unlikely possibility, but I know there are a lot of people out there on tight budgets, and when they're getting charged $20 freaking for one envelope of 3 books, that's nuts. That is absolutely ridiculous. This is not cool. Back to the chat before we call it a night. We've gone for 46 minutes. We're back into the chat now. That Do Not Bend sticker is a real option. Two Brothers Comics, brother Dustin, Nick, thanks for being here, guys. Mishu Seaman, hi, bud. Good to see you, man. Hope to see you on Wednesday. Well, we'll see you on Wednesday. Andy will be joining us at Lexington this weekend. I'm unable to make it to Lexington this weekend. There's actually some, I'm going to be working. I'll be honest with you. I'll be working Friday night. I'm going to try to eke out a quick whatnot, but there's open shifts that need to be filled, and if we can't get them filled, we're going to make something happen. So I wasn't able to make it to Lexington. Indiana Comic-Con is what we're looking at for next month right now is the next one, but J Hood Creative knows all about shipping charges and shipping fees. As an artist and as a content creator, make sure you guys subscribe down below to J Hood Collective and know that he's got a pretty good grasp on what it takes to ship a lot of odd packages, a lot of misshapen packages, a lot of artwork, stuff like that. J Hood, welcome tonight, man. Thanks for being here. This will be all the cool kids at this. I don't know, maybe that's kind of fun. I'm going to turn my channel to all trolling all the time. Priceless. Comic food. Nothing wrong with being upset when receiving books shipped like that. Yeah, it's just how do I want to be perceived and how do I want my content to be perceived as well? And this is one of those things where I was going to present this in an entirely different way. Then I realized the aspect of all the new comic collectors coming in that don't know about things from another world, that don't know about the packaging and shipping, and then they just start ordering and pre-ordering and pre-ordering and pre-ordering. They could be out hundreds of dollars in less than 6 months in additional shipping fees that don't have any explanation or any transparency, and that to me seems predatory. That seems predatory, especially with how gangbusting comic collecting has been over the last 2 years, basically since COVID started, and a lot of people were stuck at home, and a lot of people started reading and collecting more, buying, selling, and trading comic books. So how many thousands and tens of thousands of dollars were additionally charged over the last 2 years that people should not have been charged? Rhetorical question. I'm posing a thought process. I'm not implicating that did happen. I'm posing a rhetorical? I'm posing a thought process of a maybe. At this point, with everything that's happened over the last number of years, with everybody else in the community, I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt, though, is where I'm at. I got a new shipment of jokes in today. I asked the mailman if the punchlines were included, but he assumed it was. He assured me it was all in the delivery. God bless America. Come on, Mama. You have every right to be frustrated and disappointed. So does each and every one of you that has received comics in this fashion and have been charged an amount similar to that. I'm not sure you could raise to that challenge, Jay. Damn, this is good. 3 Men in the Basement. What is up, guys? Thanks for being here. Thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate you tonight. I don't know how much you guys caught at the beginning or caught in the middle, but literally 60-cent mailer, 70-cent mailer, 80-cent. If you're buying them in bulk, they're even cheaper. Not much protection. 3 comic books We're just going over the deets real quick because I'm not sure when you guys came in. 3 Darth Vader 20s, second print. I was hedging my bets because my shop said they didn't know how many they were going to be able to get. I don't remember. Moving on from those details. 3 comic books, 12-ounce package, correct dimensions, put it into pirate shipped, came up to $8.08. I was charged $18.02 to ship that. Now, granted, when I put it into pirate shipped and put in the same dimensions the same way, I picked USPS ground and added $50 of insurance. More than quadruple what I really needed to cover for the cost of the books at cover price. So why am I being charged $18.02? Now, we talked about Thanks for Another World on our website. When you go to the pre-ordering section, you don't get to see how much you're paying. Now, granted, when you've got a whole list of pre-orders in there, it can be kind of difficult for them to calculate everything based on stuff getting delayed, stuff getting pre-ordered, how much are they pre-ordering. But in all seriousness, No, this there needs to be more transparency, and they need to change the way they do this. If they want to be a pre-order fountain or a pre-ordering mecca for comic books, there needs to be more transparency in what people are going to get charged for their books. That is disgusting. It's terrible. Bent books are no good. I don't even think those are in bad shape. I don't think they're in bad shape at all. But what's really frustrating is not that I got charged an additional fee. I get it. It's a gamble. It's a gamble dealing with them. I knew that. And there's an inherent gamble dealing with Things from Another World when you go in there. And I get it. But how many new people coming into the community or into comic book collecting don't know that? And how many hundreds of dollars are they out now because they just continue to keep pre-ordering and let it go automatically? If you pre-order a book, there's no contract. There's no there's some fine print in there that I want to dig into and read. Like you select a couple of boxes, but there's no complete order. There's no tallies, there's no totals, there's no complete order. It just gets added to your pre-order queue. And then I don't even get a notification when they go to charge. The only notification I get when I get charged is my bank notification that I got charged. That's it. And then eventually you get a shipping email. So I don't even get an opportunity to contest the shipping fees. I should have been given an opportunity to contest $18 freaking worth of shipping fees on 3 books in a 50-cent mailer. Mind you, 12 ounces. So it didn't, and you guys saw on the receipt, right? Up in the upper left-hand corner, UPS ground. UPS ground. Super cheap to ship via UPS ground. They're already sending the semis all over the country. For a little 12-ounce mailer like that, it is cheap to throw that on the truck. Hell, you could put that in the seat next to the driver, and I'm sure shipping companies do that, where they just throw it next to the driver a lot of times when they're loaded up. In fact, I know it happens. I've seen it. It's God bless America. God bless America. I'm just so. What do you call a pudgy psychic? A fortune teller. That is a classic. Second Street Marvel, you're not railing on anyone. This is more than fair. Thank you. I'm with you. Stop it, he says. Stop it. All right, we can tone it down a little bit. Comics and Death Metal says, ouch. $18. Get the F out of here. Yes. At $18. This is why we're doing this tonight. Can these people be reported to the BB&B? Yeah, in fact, I should. I should go into the BB&B and say, I should report that on there. That's something that I should do. Those shipping rates are insane. Yeah. And the funny thing was, I didn't even know I was getting shipped that much till I got the receipt in the package. Because when they charge your card, you don't get an itemized list of what's being charged to what card, or you don't get any itemized list until you get the receipt in the package. Yeah. So you paid for insurance. That's why it's J-Hood, man. The $8.08 package, when I go to pirate ship, had $50 of insurance on it with USPS ground. And it was $8.08 still. That's why we went and did the comparison, because I thought the same thing too, man. I thought the same thing too. I'm like, yeah, UPS, and I added insurance. Okay, this still seems kind of high. And then about 10, 15 minutes before we did the show, I did the measurements. I did the weight at 12 ounces, and I punched everything in to, I closed out the tabs. I punched everything in to Pirate Ship. Now, Pirate Ship is a third-party one. Thank you to Skeff's Comic Knowledge who turned me onto that. That's what I used to do all of my private shipping, personal shipping. And $8.08 for me to ship that package, and I don't even have a business account with anybody. That's just pirate shipped. So a large large online retailer that ships comic books, that ships probably hundreds of packages a week, probably isn't paying anywhere near that. There's a lot of speculation involved in that. Let's just say they are paying $8.08. So if they are paying $8.08, then why did I pay them $18.02 to ship that package? It's not adding up. They already itemized and line charged me for the bags and boards, so that's covered. The books right there, that's covered. The mailer, this isn't a $10 mailer. The shipping fees shouldn't be $18. I'm beating a dead horse here. Like, I'm not trying to yell at you, J Hood. I agree with you to an extent, and that was the same thing that I thought at first. Come on, Pookie, let's burn this motherfucker down. Absolutely. USPS priority would only be $9.25. Yeah, I looked at that too when I had that up, and it was like $1.50 more for USPS priority. It was what, like you said, charge. Oops. Oh my Lord. We bounced all the way down to the bottom there. I hit the wrong button. There it is. Like you said, charge what you want, but be upfront about it. Well, I think there's actually some laws and regulations that require a certain amount of transparency when it comes to shipping fees. Shipping, handling, packaging. I know in the business that I work in, when it comes to charging labor for something, and when it comes to charging for equipment use and things like that, it's got to be itemized. It's got to be lined out. The customer needs to be able to see what's being charged where, for how long, and for how much. That's required. That's required. And I work in a customer service style industry as well. Not necessarily retail, but what next? I can't put my arms down. Wait a second. Huh? Wow, bringing the Amish into a rant. This is getting serious. I was a really, really silly analogy, but I live close enough to know what Rumspringa is. It's an unholy situation, Luke. Have you contacted? No, it's not worth my energy and time. This is worth my energy and time, is trying to educate new people coming into the community to watch out what they're into. I probably should, J Hood. Actually, I probably should send out an email and say that this is an unfair situation. But is that going to really change how this has happened? One, we've only identified that this has happened in my case and point and scenario. Are there other people out there that this is happening to? Rhetorical question. I'm posing a thought process. For anybody here watching on the replay or they're watching live that regularly orders from things from another world, take a look at your receipts. Scrutinize them heavily. Use a third-party shipping company to find out exactly what it costs to ship from your house back to them, and compare the two. Do the due diligence, because I'm worried that people out there are losing hundreds and hundreds of dollars in a quarter. Because if you're shipping every week, it's $10 a week. That's $40 a month. Well, not hundreds. I mean, I'm being a little excessive. The math off the top of my head is difficult. Numbers are hard, right? But in all seriousness, there could be a substantial amount of money lost to new comic book collectors who aren't aware of this, that we really should help educate and train. And if somebody wants to be walked through on this, let me know. Message me on IG and I can help. I'll make time. I'll make time in the evenings before hitting the sack for bed or something like that. I'll figure this out. I charge the same for everybody when I ship and make money on my books, and I am small. Now, granted, if you ship to California, it might be a hair more. I've noticed that shipping to East Coast is an X amount, but then shipping to California is generally about another 10 to 15%. You know, those extra fuel charges, whether it be driving or whether it be flown. There's an additional cost to some of those fuel charges. So the West Coast is just a tad more expensive. I'm a cheap ass. The price of shipping is part of the price of the book. That makes life a lot easier too sometimes. You know what I mean? A lot of people, when you're moving books out there and a book is a $10 book, sometimes they just ask for 12 or 13. Say, hey, shipping's included. I just don't want to have to figure this out, and just pack really well. They put their time and their energy into the packaging and the handling of your books. Because we all know how much we love talking about handling packages here. Planet Comic Con in KC for me next month. I'm looking forward to. We're looking into Indiana Comic Con in Indianapolis, I think. But I think it's like a 4 to 5 hour drive one way. At that point, I got to get a babysitter for a whole weekend. I've got to put up 3 dogs somewhere, and then I got to get a hotel room for at least one night. It turns up that's a minimum of like $1,000 charge. $1,000 when you find a babysitter for a weekend, and then you board 3 dogs for 3 days, and then the cost of the hotel and the cost of fuel, you're looking at a minimum most times of about $1,000 to get to an overnight to some conventions that they're just outside. Anything more than 3 hours is just at that range where I got to get a hotel. It's too hard to drive 4 hours straight, do a whole day at a con, and then drive 4 hours back. That's rough. YouTube channel there, right there. Click that link, hit subscribe. Maybe that's J Hood, maybe that's Trinity. But at the end of the show, we're gonna go over some of these awesome content creators that are here hanging out tonight. I buy a $15 cardboard portfolio to ship in an original illustration. Yeah, so J Hood knows that shipping stuff is not cheap by any means, but he's upfront about that. He's upfront about it right here. He's gonna talk to people about that stuff when he tallies that stuff up. So we are gonna get into expectations a little bit here, and as we get down on the chat here, PCC is going to be fun. Absolutely. I keep harassing Andy about it. Planet Comic Con. I know. I got to look into that. That's one that we're probably going to, if we drove, we'd have to stay 2 nights out there. So that's, now you're looking at like $1,300, $1,400, $300-$400 a night. No, $200 a night for a hotel. Either way, Josh Harrison, man, I'm glad to see you. Good to have you here tonight. We're talking about receiving packages and some unscrupulous fees, some weird fees. Find me. I'm tall, awkward, and have a big beard. He's not wrong. I don't think you're awkward, but Paul, did you get your C2E2 tickets? Down here in the dojo, we have our C2E2 tickets lined up. I don't think they're going to sell out, but I didn't want to miss out on any. We did order ours, and we have those locked in. I did not pass with gas prices. We're definitely going to be going too close to not go. So you are done with them for good this time? No. There's a gamble here, right? Like, I'm going to pay attention to what's going on. I'm half tempted to pre-order like 2 comic books and choose the cheapest shipping option just to see what happens next. You know what I mean? Just to see kind of what happens next. I'm short, bald, and stocky. So am I. Well, I'm not bald. I can get myself bald. I'll shave that there. We got ours today. There you go. Rob's Comics. What's up, man? Good. Thanks for being here. Double O. Lots of new people. So we're going to go over this one more time. And then I'm going to kind of go over what I expect of myself when I ship comic books to each and every one of you. My last shipping round trip was $120. Oh, you're probably talking about some graded stuff too. Speaking of which, greetings to everyone from California. Thanks for being here. I'm enjoying Andy's package when it shows up in my door. Oh, don't let Zuni find out. I'm sorry, Zuni. You can do it. Planet will be worth it. Just seeing Nick. I know Skeff is definitely going to Planet. I might have to just go by myself and get a plane ticket. I know CEO of the dojo definitely likes to go to cons, but I might have to just go by myself. I too get excited seeing Andy's package at my door. Daywalker, good to see you. Thanks for being here. All right, so once again, real quick for all the latecomers here tonight, I ordered a package from Things from Another World. I pre-ordered 3 comic books. They arrived just recently. Steven, what is up? What's your opinion on Newton rings on slabs? Let me get into that at the tail end of here while we've got everybody here. I'll go over this again, and then we'll hit that up. I pre-ordered 3 comic books from Things from Another World, and I paid for bags and boards, and they got shipped. All right. I get it. There's a gamble with Things from Another World. I wasn't shocked when this showed up, right? Like, we're talking like a 60, 70, 80 cent mailer that can easily be damaged. Not a big deal, right? I get it. That's kind of my expectations of them are pretty low at this point after all of the issues we've heard and seen of over the years. And here's the thing, though. They were just loosely tossed in there. There's no packing tape. There's no backer boards. There's no cardboard supports. There's nothing. Just loosely tossed in there. All right, now I'm getting a little bit irritated. Then I got the receipt. Pull out the receipt. Huh. Okay, 75 cents for bags and boards. All right, $9.57 for the books. Okay, pre-order. Neat. Products cost $10.32. All right. Shipping cost $18.02. Wait a second. Wait, let's look up there in the upper left-hand corner. USPS ground. Okay, UPS ground. Wait a second. It doesn't cost $18 to ship a 12-ounce package via UPS ground. 12-ounce package. 12 ounces is what this tallied up to on the scale. And like, it's not, this is a scale I use every day for packing and shipping comic books. I trust this scale. I've never had a package returned due to weight, giggity. I trust that scale when it tells me 12 ounces. And there are 3 books in here. So then when you dig into this, I kind of reverse engineered this, and I don't have the tabs up anymore, and it's going to take too long to get those tabs back up. So I reverse engineered this and looked at, because I don't have their shipping address, I ripped this off, and I'm like, okay, well, what is it going to cost me to ship them all the way to Florida? What if I ship this package to CGC? I put in the dimensions. What is it? 12 inches long, about 10 inches wide, and I don't even, how do you even measure that? So I just put it as an inch thickness and 12 ounces. You know what the shipping came up to? Now, granted, when I pre-ordered these books from Things from Another World, I picked UPS with insurance. because I don't trust the packaging methods. I get it. It's a gamble, right? So let's gamble a little over here and see what happens. When you go to pirateship.com and you punch in the exact dimensions and the exact weight of that package and ship it from Michigan to Florida to CGC per se, which is 2/3 across the country. It's not like East Coast all the way to West Coast, but it's more than what they think. It's more than where they're at to where I live, right? $8.08. $8.08. I'm not lying. Catch us on the replay and look at the screen where it shows $8.08. Now that's what I would pay on pirateship.com. $8.08 via UPS ground with $50 insurance. 4 times the amount of insurance I really need. We're not insuring the books for their secondary value. We're insuring the books for their price and their cost on New Comic Book Day, for the cover price, right? That's what we're insuring them for. Just for replacement if damages happen. $8.08 is what it would have cost me to ship those in that situation or that package and that weight to CGC in Florida. $8.08. So why did I get charged $18.02? Why? Now, granted, I'm more upset about the fact that there are many, many comic book readers and collectors out there that are new to the industry, new to the community, that haven't seen this or haven't noticed this. How much money are they losing? Because what I can do is I can make a choice to not order from them again, never do business with them again. I can vote with my wallet, so to speak, or I can selectively make adjustments to my, not priorities, but to my preferences on the profile. Granted, I don't like the idea of having comics shipped the cheapest method possible. You can't get any cheaper than this. How much cheaper can you really get with a 60-cent mailer and UPS ground? That's pretty cheap. I don't even want to see what their cheapest method looks. Yes, I do, actually. Yes, I do. So that's kind of where we're at. And that's where this is really frustrating for me is we've got to educate and spread the word to other members out there in the community. Check your receipts. Check your receipts with Things from Another World. Dig in there. Make sure you realize you've got, when you get that package from Things from Another World and has that shipping label on there, punch that in. Punch it in as if you were going to weigh the package, measure the package, punch that shipping address in, and act like you're going to ship it back to them and just get a quote. Just get a quote to see what it would cost you on a third-party shipper online with a third-party shipping app. Just see what it would cost you to ship back to them. And if you find that you're seeing a $10, $15 crazy difference, well, then call them and find out. Call them and ask them. Hold them accountable. That's the one thing is, you know what? We beat around the bush. We talk about these challenges. We talk about these issues that we run into with some companies. But you know what we never really do as a community? We never really band together and hold a company accountable. I'm not saying cancel them. I'm not saying shut things down. We should be banding together and holding them accountable. We want transparency on additional shipping costs. And if you're met with a wall of resistance and a wall of complaints, well, then that tells you exactly what you need to hear right there. Probably shouldn't be bothered to do business with them. Let's get into expectations here real quick as I bounce over to the chat and check out the chat here. Let's get into expectations here. You guys know that I've been shipping comic books and I've been letting go of some of my collection over the last almost a year now, actually. And here's what I expect of me. This is what I expect of me. I use 200-pound test U-line mailers. They're adjustable. And I use 200-pound test cardboard sandwiches, and I use a Tyvek mailer on the inside to protect against the elements. And we use painter's tape with pull tabs. This is just an example. There's 4 copies of Berserker #1 in here. I use this to build shipping profiles off of because Berserker #1 was probably one of the longest, thickest, God bless America, giggity. It was one of the heaviest books one of the heaviest modern books that come out. I think it was like 32 pages or something like that. It was a ridiculous number of pages. It was good, but it's one of the heaviest modern comic books out there as a standard cover A. So when you put 4 copies of this in here and you weigh this out, it's going to be heavier than any other 4 comic books you have out there besides metal covers or besides any other crazy variants. 4 copies completely packed up in this is going to be quite a bit more. This is 1 pound, 5.5 ounces. That's kind of a hefty duty package, right? Giggity. 1 pound 5 ounce, 1 pound 5.5 ounces. So what does that tell me? That tells me that's going to go priority if I use USPS. Priority, it's going to get there about half the amount of time that UPS ground is going to take, depending on your location. Sometimes UPS ground can be really quick if you're close to wherever it's at. But this is protected. This is protected. I mean, you got to run over with this with the truck to really create a severe amount of damage. And I'll even double box this in a priority mailer box as well sometimes, depending on what's in here. If they're dollar books, they'll go like this and they'll work out just fine. This is what I expect of myself. This is the level and this is the bar that I put because this is how I want to receive comic books. I mean, that's a pretty big difference in customer service, right? This is a big company that sells lots of books, that ships lots of books. And this is what they've chosen to go with as their standard for customer service. Horseshit. You guys feel this, right? You guys feel where this is at. This is my expectation of myself when I ship books. I got to give a big shout out to Brian at Simpleman's Comics. This is the method. He taught me this method. This method is, in my opinion, part of my intellectual property, part of my content, part of my brand, part of myself. This is my standard. I am happy to package ship books, and it's a pain sometimes, but I'm happy to do it because I get a lot of messages from people with how happy they are, and that makes my day. That makes my day because this is a shitty day. This is a good day. Shitty day, good day. We all like to have good days. We like to have good quality comic books. And I've about beat around the bush for as much as I can physically and emotionally stand at this situation. I've got ideas on how to proceed going forward. I should be sending them an email. I want transparency on why that shipping cost is so high, number one. Number two, we should have a little bit of fun with this because honestly, I feel like an email is not going to go anywhere. They're not going to watch this video. They're not going to care who I am. Doesn't matter. So I feel like I kind of want to order a couple books with the cheapest shipping method just to see. You can't tell me that there is a cheaper shipping method than this. How much cheaper can you get? Are they shipping comics via media mail? Are they shipping comics via media mail in these mailers with their cheapest method? I don't know. I'm not saying they are. I just want to try this out. Oh my God. Is anybody else really frustrated right now? Let's all right, tail end of the show. Let's get on some happy thoughts. Let's go over some of the chats here. I've gone over that situation 3 times. We've talked about it. $8 to ship that package is what I would pay, meaning that big box retailer, not big box, but that bigger retailer, that bigger online presence should be paying that, if not a little bit less. So why I had to pay $18. Hey, if it was a $10 go to the front of the line priority shipping situation, just label it. Just label it and I know where that money's going. Sure. I want transparency because everybody in the comic book community deserves transparency, especially for all the new people that aren't aware. And if there are new people coming in that aren't aware and they're not making this information transparent and they're not being forward thinking and forward with that information, it becomes predatory. It becomes predatory. English. It's not cool to charge people additional money and use ignorance against them to make money. It's not. It's not cool at all. What's your opinion on Newton rings on slabs? I don't see them more often than not. I know a lot of people will look for them and send books back to CGC, and I think CGC will fix them. I think beauty is in the eye of the beholder. If there's Newton rings on the back of the book, I don't care. If there's Newton rings on the front, let's see if I can see them from a distance. And then if they're egregious, I'll probably call it CGC. At the end of the day, it's just kind of one of those things. It's plastic on plastic. Sometimes it happens. Just stay in the empty alley with me. Oh, my God. To California and back for the private signing. I organized $60 there and $60 back. Yeah, that's pretty hefty. That's no joke. Hello, Mama. Hey, everyone. Peter Parker's Pants. What is up, brother? Thanks for being here. Good to see you. I know it's the tail end of the show. Please catch the replay. At least the first 25 to 26 minutes, you kind of get the whole picture. But the longer you watch, the spicier it gets. And man, watch the whole thing if you can. You call them and ask, let's call live. They're not open this late at night. There's some legalities with calling people and recording and doing live. And if you do it without their knowledge, some states it can be illegal to do that. So I don't want to get that deep into the weeds on this. Order 3 books, then choose. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, Don. That's kind of where I'm at, brother. Wow, for the cheapest, they might just slap a label right on the book. God, you're not wrong there. It is outrageous, Steven. Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly with you. That's the cheapest option, just no insurance. I've gotten that package every time for 3 books or less. Interesting. Thanks for sharing that. So, why am I being charged? Yeah, so that makes it even more of a conundrum, is why I'm being charged $18.02 for the cheapest shipping method, but with insurance. When I picked UPS plus insurance, I didn't pick cheapest, and I didn't pick cheapest UPS or cheapest FedEx. You know what I mean? There's some expectations when you kind of go up those tiers. So why am I getting the cheapest shipping method just with insurance? There's not enough transparency there from their point. Hot Zone says the thing that makes it work is everyone thinks, well, it's just $10. I'm upset, but it won't break me, and that's not worth my time. So companies keep, yeah, that's where we falter as a community. And I'm going to say I'm going to take ownership on this, and it's partly my fault too. Is I'm going to go to bed tonight, and I'm going to get busy at work tomorrow. I'm probably going to forget about this to a degree, unless people are messaging me, or unless this video starts getting a ton of views and brings my attention back to it. I'll probably forget. But I should be calling them and being like, hey, I'm not giving them a fair handshake in this at this point. In the last hour and 16 minutes that I've been rambling, they haven't been given a fair handshake. But in the same fashion, they're not gonna want to talk to me or listen to me. Like I don't have 1 million followers. I'm not gonna be a blip on the radar, but I can give them a call tomorrow and kind of find out more and report back. I can't really record them. I can't really record content talking to them. There's some legalities there. I could ask them if they wanted to be on a show, but they're more than likely going to say no to that. I mean, that's still something we can check out. Who do you recommend for ordering comics online? God, nobody anymore. Midtown comes and goes as far as the quality of the shipping and packaging. I mean, it depends on labor, I would imagine. I don't recommend anybody for online ordering. Hit up Mighty Mel V. It's Drunken Chat. His brother Lucas has I think he has a situation where he can pre-order books for you. And when you start going with these boutique, these small, it's like microbrew beers, right? If you go to Budweiser or Anheuser-Busch, you know what you're going to get. There's going to be uniformity. You're going to get the same thing every time. There's going to be uniformity, but it might not meet the standards that you expect for the type of beer quality that you're looking for. So when you start going to a microbrew, things get elevated, right? You get options, you get flavors, you get barrel-aged goodness. You get all sorts of other good things. Same thing with comic book shippers and sellers and stuff like that. You go to a boutique, smaller person, you're going to get next level service. You're going to get treated better. You're going to get better packaging. I would hit up Mighty Mel V and see if Lucas is accepting more people for pull lists there. I'm sure he is. More importantly, call your local LCS. And if your local LCS is 2 hours away, organize a pull list with them and see if your LCS will package ship your books for you for a fee. Because it can't be more expensive than what these guys are charging, but you're probably going to get a better service and you're going to be supporting your LCS. Now, that's where a lot of people said that they've gone to these online retailers, is that they don't have an LCS closest to them. Partner with an LCS that's in your state, maybe even. Try partnering with an LCS that's even in your state, or at least call them and provide them the opportunity to provide you with care and service that is it's not hard to get above this as far as things from another world. DCBS is a great service. I haven't heard that name in a long time, and I think that was the standard for a very long time. 4 years ago, I think 3-4 years ago or more. I made a video for bare minimum Gemini shipping. Yeah. This is going to prompt me to do my own packing and shipping video. This is something that I've been wanting to do actually for whatnot sellers and other people in the community that are looking to buy, sell, and trade books on the regular, on their kind of on their own. Is I'm actually going to be doing my own packing and shipping method video. And granted, there are a few out there, but I have my method that is part of my intellectual property, and I'm very proud of how that package goes out, and I'm very proud of what goes into that. And I'm going to share that with the community and show you guys where I'm at with that coming up here soon. eBay sellers are the pits as well. God, yeah. eBay sellers are where we first seen people sell or ship comic books in cereal boxes, folded down cereal boxes. Sanctum Sanatorum is really good, Peter Parker. I agree with you wholeheartedly. They got a really good shipping. They ship $30 variants, $30 store exclusives in top loaders. They're providing more customer service there. And hello, mama. He says, thanks, Triple P. Cantankerous with the $10 super chat. Thank you very much. That $10 super chat's going to go to the Mission 22 for the year of 2022. The mission is Mission 22, and we will be donating all channel monetization, including the ad revenue, super chats, and super stickers, to Mission 22 for this entire calendar year. Probably going to be doing that quarterly. I think quarterly makes sense. I think we can reach those withdrawal levels on a quarterly basis. I think that's what we're trending to do. The more I rant, the more stuffy I get, because the more frustrated I get, the more pressure I get up here. So you guys can kind of hear. I'm about done for the night. We're going to catch up with this chat here and do a couple announcements. I use Gemini. Where do you get your boxes? I buy my boxes from Uline. And that's going to be part of that content when I release that video of the part numbers, the product numbers, and where I go. And you want to talk about expensive packaging and shipping, and that's when you start ordering shipping supplies in bulk. Shipping gets expensive. That's nuts. Oh, hey, dude, Cantankerous, thank you so much again for that super chat, brother. Good to see you. Please catch the replay, Cantankerous. It's a spicy one tonight, but it's an important one. Andy said, horse. Yes, I did, actually. I would love an update. Ooh, let's do that then, Logic. Let's do that. Let's order a couple of books on the cheapest shipping method and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to do that right after this then. Stamp on a book, Paul says. I saw the sticker. It's those effing awful weirdos. Yeah, you're not wrong there. They will just give a coupon for your next order. And yes, they did media mail with me. Oh my Lord. They better not be shipping comic books media mail, because that's not allowed technically. This is the last cheapest shipping option I got. DHL. Oh dear Lord. DHL small parcel expected 2 to 5 days, cost $5.28. So DHL is. All right, we'll get into that on another show. We've been going for almost an hour and a half. I want to thank each and everybody for being. Oh, there's more chat coming in. By the way, those people, I called them back. They said they don't accept returns. Yeah, I'm not interested in returning the books. I'm interested in getting transparency on why it costs $18 to ship one envelope. Andy, bless the fervor. Yes, thank you, Pope Cerberus. Thanks for being here, man. But they asked me to take a picture of the damage. Yeah, I can see that. Like, if you want to claim damages and look for replacements, I can see a company asking for pictures. There he is, the other bearded warrior, coming to you live Monday night. Diecast, what is up? If you guys don't know Diecast, you guys got to follow Diecast on Whatnot. Awesome seller over there. A great time hanging out with him. Didn't know you were in Michigan. I'm assuming you're in the LP. Steve's you're the UP. You're a Uper. Awesome. Cool stuff, man. Yeah, definitely a troll down here. But Michigan, man, we're still Michigan brothers. If you get any change from them, the best change is to not buy from them at all. Yeah. We kind of touched bases on that a little bit. I mean, the entire community is going to have to hold them accountable to providing transparency on why there's additional shipping costs. So I didn't even get priority. I got UPS ground. And I didn't even get priority. UPS ground, and that would cost me about $8 to ship the exact same package to Florida from Michigan. $8.08 with $50 insurance. Quadruple what they really need to be insured for. And they charged me $18.02. So there's that issue, but then there's also the issue that I was never allowed an opportunity to contest an $18 shipping fee for 3 comic books when all I did was select. So I got to look at the fine print in there too. I'm going to dig into that a little bit more. I definitely get a hold of them. Yeah, we're not giving them a fair handshake, and they can't really discuss or talk about this here live. This is not really giving them a fair handshake, but based on what we've seen over the last number of years and the way they package books and the way they treat people, I'm not giving them the benefit of the doubt by any means. Steve just ran through checkout. It didn't give me the goofy, cheapest options. So did you probably looked at buy it now, things that were in stock right now. If you go to the pre-order section and you change your pre-order options there, UPS pricing on Cool Parcel was at $21 for similar shipping. It's probably UPS jacking the fuel prices, still packaging. Yeah, I get it. Jacking up the fuel prices is going to be high. But I literally just now, this very evening, did the exact same package and it only cost me $8. Fuel prices are still the same. It only cost me $8. Why? I get it. But when there's a factual discrepancy based on what I would pay versus what, yeah, there's nuances. I agree with you, Steve. There's nuances, fuel prices and some other things. Order from me on. Hey, bingo. There you go. Let's talk about this. Guys, check out Hot Zone. Check out him on YouTube. Look for Hot Zone on Instagram. Hot Zone, if you could please share your link for IG or for where people can contact you, or Come On Mom or somebody can share Hot Zone's link. Hit up Hot Zone. Coffee and a Comic. on IG, another Marine Corps veteran that I'm friends with, Coffee and Comic. He also has an account with Diamond and with other retailers. So you can support Coffee and Comics. In fact, let's take the 30 seconds it's going to take to look him up. Hot Zone Comics. There you go. There's Hot Zone. And I'm going to throw Hot Zone's link in here. And I am also going to pull up Coffee and Comics because the people that are here hanging out deserve to know that there are options. Coffee and a Comic. One of our veteran brothers from the Marine Corps. So Hot Zone first. Here's Hot Zone's link on Instagram. Contact Hot Zone on Instagram. And we're all about giving you guys options. And here is Coffee and a Comic. And as a Marine Corps veteran, I could tell you that Coffee and a Comic, I know how Marines think. I know how he thinks. And I know that either one of these guys are going to provide you with much better customer care and customer service than what you get from Things from Another World. So, yes, DCBS hasn't let me down. Interesting. Should look into that. They know how to ship. One of my local shops does pull lists and ships. So, yeah, case in point right there. And if a shop doesn't do it, provide them the opportunity to provide you with that customer service. And if they say no, then at least you tried. There might be other ones out there that will be. But the $30, $50, $100 spec variants are the herp of comics. There's facets. There's the beauty's in the eye of the beholder too, right? Like every book coming out every week hitting $100. There's some things, but there are some books. There are some things that we've got to. There's some nuances and things that you can dig into, and you can catch things earlier rather than later, so that you're not paying those fees. But you have to order way in advance. Cantankerous says they are also on Whatnot. Oh, very cool. Good to hear. DCBS is best alongside My Comic Shop. We haven't talked about My Comic Shop. That's another really good one too. The same company as Lunar. Interesting. I hate DC. So it's kind of a mixed bag here. Andy getting me all worked up. I want to do a rant video. I don't even really have anything to rant about now. Man, more power to you, man, because I'm sure the rest of us in the community, we can all reach out and touch bases with other people that view, and we can all probably talk about the whole shipping thing again. What's printed on that Marvel paper is hella cheap too. Yeah, agreed. Sanctum Sanatorium is also great. Agreed. That's the second time they've come up tonight. Thanks from Another World knows better. Yes, they do, Tacky. Thanks for being here, brother. Good to see you. John says, I order comics from Frankie's. Yeah, Frankie's kills it, man. They do FOC also, and they ship pretty well. Kevin over there does an awesome job, and more importantly, they do some awesome covers, too. More canceled orders with credits they won't let me use. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Frankie's is good. Yes, Comic Elite is good, but they don't do pull list, I heard. So Comics Elite is also a Marine Corps veteran. So the owner of Comics Elite, make sure you go say hi to them over there. Tell them that ComicManAndy sent you. Good people over there as well. Bad thing about DCBS is no ratio variants. Interesting. Thanks for all the suggestions. I would prefer an LCS, but the one I've been using has just not been holding up on their end. I'm getting frustrated not getting the covers I pre-order. You know, there's a level of transparency that you should expect from your LCS too, because granted, he probably is unhappy that he's getting allocated or she's getting allocated or them. They're that own that shop. They might be getting allocated and they're upset about it and they don't want to bring that information to you. And just ask them to be real with you. You know what I mean? And ask them, provide them an opportunity to increase that customer service. Lucas, Drunken Chat is great, but you have to pay in advance for anything you order. I get that too. I can kind of get that. No, I can get that. I mean, it depends on what your expectations are and what you want to get into there. So my order from them is usually like 20 plus books a week. So all my shipments are in boxes, but often then the way they ship versus DPCS is horrible. I have to run. Josh, we're going to run here in a couple minutes too. Catch you on Thursday night and Whatnot. Going live for the first time at 8:30. Yes, you guys that are on Whatnot, please follow Joshua Harrison over there. Josh, drop your link or drop your Whatnot name before you go. And if you're gone already, everybody take a moment to search Joshua Harrison on Whatnot. His first show is Thursday night, and it's going to be a banger. Josh has got the eye when it comes to comic books and collecting and art. So he's going to have some good stuff. Just subbed you up, Hot Zone. And then there's the link for Hot Zone and Coffee and a Comic we dropped there. I'm not a Marine, but we're two active duty army. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I'd still order from you, though. Thanks, Andy. Really appreciate it, man. Absolutely. Not sure if you covered this. Those awful weirdos sold out of Mando pre-order. What? They did? Ooh, good thing I got those pre-ordered with my LCS. Paul says subbed. Absolutely. We do need more people like you in this hobby. Thank you for bringing this to light and all the valuable information. Steve, that each and every one of you out there provides tons of value in this community as well, whether you're creating content or whether you're here in the chats or creating content on IG. Thank you for everything that you guys do too. Shipping and handling. Yes. Should have subbed a long time ago. My bad. Can't take us with a $5 super chat. Going to mission 22. Bird City Comics is another one. Yes, absolutely. Bird City is another one that would love to provide excellent customer service care to everybody out there in the community. Good to know. Last two announcements before we close out. We've been through the ringer several times. I'm beating a dead horse at this point. Let's follow this up with an additional order and see what happens. We'll do that, and we'll do it on another Monday comic. We'll do it on another Modern Comic Mondaze, and we're going to have fun with this. But yes, stay tuned tomorrow night on Supplements Comics for Comic News Weekly, where myself and the guys get together and we go over news and announcements for the comic book community, and it's a ton of fun and lots of great perspectives. And we go over new comic book days, and we do our little one more thing segment at the end. A ton of fun over there. And then tune in here Wednesday night, new comic book day. Is it going to be crazy? Something's Killing the Children should be coming back soon. I don't know if it's this week or the next weekend. Oh no, it's coming up on FOC actually, so it's a few weeks out yet. But are we going to get another relaxing week, or are we going to get a hectic week? Hopefully there's more Star Wars on the horizon to read. But yes, absolutely. Bird City Comics, good to know. Mando book is going to be printed like toilet paper. Cantankerous man, do you know the difference between wallpaper and toilet paper? If you say no, I'm going to say ew. Gross. There you go. And then, like we said, new comic book day Wednesday, and then Thursday is prep day, and I'm going to be working long hours Thursday and Friday. I'm going to try to do a short half an hour to hour auction on Whatnot Friday night, and then probably work Saturday. I don't know what's going to happen Saturday yet. We'll find out what happens and see about getting stuff packed and shipped. Something is Killing the Children is next week. And then maybe it was the next issue after that was hitting FOC. Ultra Maxis, man, please catch the replay and then comment. Like, at least watch the first half of the replay and catch this. I really want to know your opinion on this, because I think you're a passionate individual about this as well. I really want to know what you have to say. Tail end of the show, we've got to go. But Ultra, please catch the replay and leave your comment. Leave your thoughts down below. I really want to hear what you have to think. You got that ash can. We got that ash can going out as well. But once again, thank you, everybody, for being here. This connective tissue that is comic books is fantastic, right? But the most fantastic thing all day, every day, are each and every one of you out there in the comic book community supporting each other, supporting content creators, and then bringing really good energy into the chats, because as you can see, it ebbs and flows. And I'm having some good feelings and some good energy now that I'm capped off or capped down, or I'm relaxing, I'm chilling. It's time to call it a night. But once again, thank you, everybody. And you all know how I'm going to do this, right? I'm going to go peace out. I'm going to go pinkies out. I'm going to catch you all on the flip side for the next one. But don't forget the most important part. All day, every week, be original and take care of each other, because we're all we've got, right? Have a great week, everybody. See you guys tomorrow on Supplements Comics News, and see you Wednesday here for New Comic Book Day. Peace out, everybody.
Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.
Excuse me while I change. The roller boogie has made me sweaty. Yeah, sweaty.
Switch to targeting computer.
I love gold.
Stay on target.
I love gold.
Stay on target.
I love